Welcome back to M Hood Fishing, everybody. I pretty much live in the New Orleans metro area. Now, the New Orleans metro area is pretty large. It's basically 4 parishes. Sometimes people consider it to be more than 4 parishes, but we'll talk about 4 parishes right now. And that would be Orleans Parish, St. Bernard Parish, Jefferson, and Plaquemines Parish. I live in Plaquemines Parish. All of these parishes get their freshwater supply from the Mississippi River. Now, it's not coming out brown out the tap. It's coming out clean and clear. Sometimes it smells like bleach. But at the moment, you might not want to drink it pretty soon. In lower Plaquemines, they don't want to drink it right now because our water supply is under threat. If you live down here, you're probably saying it's always under threat because you're always getting a boil water advisory alert on your phone or you're seeing it on the news. And yeah, that's true, but what we're under threat from right now, we can't boil away, but it'll make boiling seafood better because here pretty soon when I turn on this tap, that water coming out of there is going to be salty. In fisherman terms, we would call this the conversion. However, they're calling it the saltwater incursion because it's creeping up on us. Down in lower Plaquemines, like I said, they don't want to drink that water. There's probably some people that are forced to, and I might be forced to eventually. It's already salty coming out of the tap down there from what I hear in media reports and people I know down there, and it's been that way for a while. Why is this occurring? Well, when the river goes really, really low and stays really, really low, the salt line will creep up, the salt water. The tide will bring it in and it'll just keep pushing up. The river is brackish where I'm at right now. It's full of saltwater cats and other saltwater fish, even bull shark and bull reds. Down further south of me, it has even more saltwater fish in it, from sheep's head to jack crevalle and other things, trout, even speckled trout, and many other saltwater species. Now, down there is pure salt water. Salt water is heavier than fresh water, so there's this big thing of salt water on the bottom of the river and it's creeping up. Now, in the years past, recently, the Corps built a sill like an underwater dam down around Myrtle Grove, which is a bit south of me but not too far. Reportedly, that saltwater line where all that water is hanging out, big thick bit of salt water, that's creeping over that sill right now. It's been getting into the freshwater supply further downriver, and here soon it'll be getting into my freshwater supply, and then so on and so on, because at the moment we don't see the river coming up, and that's what we would need. We need the river to come up. We need a lot of rain up north. There's a possibility that we might see a low river most of the winter. I don't want to, but it's looking like at least most of fall is going to be low. Right now it's like 3.4, just a little bit over 3 feet. That is based on the flood gauge up at Carrollton in New Orleans, and it's going to come down below 3. It's just going to do this, going above 3 a little bit and then below 3, fluctuating there. That's not good. If we could get it to come up to 6, that would be lovely. Maybe even more, 8 or 10. But if we could double the level that we're at right now, that would get us out of the neck of woods. That would get us away from the threat. Our water wouldn't be salty. Over here in the corner of my kitchen, I keep all these empty water bottles, right? Now, it's not prep stuff for when the water's going to come out of here salty, but we've been dealing with salty water at least once a year down here recently. I keep these empty bottles over there because I fill them up when a hurricane's coming. That'll be my drinking water supply. I don't have a lot, but I have an amount. Not salty yet. There's one. It's just something to help me. Yeah, because bottled water gets really expensive if this is going to last for a while. So I will fill everything I can, and then I have a supply over there for when it does go salty. It is not good to drink salt water. Some people, when there's just a little bit of a salinity count in your water, some people will be okay before they're not. But there are a lot of people, like older people. I'm getting up there. I'm older. I'm 50 right now. You might not want to drink it because it's going to increase your sodium count. This is all frustrating for me, but it's just par for the course, right? It's something I have to deal with at least once a year. Last year had to deal with it, and the year before, and it can be bad. It can be a strain on your expenses. There's a lot of people that can't afford to buy cases on cases of bottled water, and there's a lot of people that got used to it and just don't drink the tap water. It's like there are a lot of countries where you can't, and that's kind of like what their reality is right now. Even though technically you can drink this tap water, it's safer than a lot of places, but there's a lot of people that get used to not drinking it, and I guess if you can meet that expense, that's fine. However, I can't really meet it. I'm going to try. That's why I'm doing this. For me, it's just another reason to go off grid, right? There are a lot of reasons. Every day I find another one, like someone blocking my driveway, salty water coming out of my tap. Any number of reasons could make you want to go off grid. Get that little cabin in the woods. Dealing with your own water supply seems like freedom, right? It's just work. It's not really freedom. It's work. Independence is not necessarily freedom unless you earn it and you work towards it. But right now, if we're all of us watching this video are down here, we're down here dealing with it, right? So take some advice from me, fill up some bottles, and when the water's cheap, get it. Everybody's buying it right now, and it's about to disappear too. All right, guys, just a quick video. Thanks for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing, and I will see you next time.